EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, where the sound of the big red siren signals it is time for football. Tonight it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store. As it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. On the visitor sideline, Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. He's got his guys in mid-season form already, an impressive 3-0 start to the year. Across from him, his counterpart, the Cardinals' Jonathan Gannon. His guys have also started 3-0, so this a battle between two of the hottest. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. Twisting away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Daniels looking to throw. Shakir hauls it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Seahawks
on the ground. This is Joe Mixon. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. The numbers for Mixon last week, 12 carries, 78 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
They'll stay on the ground, mix him again. And he'll get inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for. Right? Let's go.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Alex Highsmith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Over the middle here to Brown. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jaden Daniels, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll give to Barkley out of the gun. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawks defense. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. He's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of hook, it's a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap to Stroud. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield.
He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
This 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Stroud. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's good for a Cardinals.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Another try after the first down sack. Stroud. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over. Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. A short throw to Ingram. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
At the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Now Daniels.
2nd and 7.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And Lockett going to pick up the Seahawks first down as he's up to the 45.
8-yard pickup. And the Seahawks first down.
Has his man, it's Shakir. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47.
Off the play fake, Daniels. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Seahawks.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call a no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Daniels. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Complete to Smith-Njigba. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Stroud off the play fake. That's complete to Mooney. Finds 3 and now a crease. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
17 yards. That's good for a Cardinal.
A first down carry for Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. He ran it last time. Now Stroud will throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the
Stroud to throw. That's caught by Kincaid. Work in the middle of the field. Now 2nd and 5.
Dalton Kincaid. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Stroud. This taken in by Kincaid. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Cardinals first down.
The middle of Barkley. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are back within a score. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Cardinals 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Able to slither by. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 14. And the Seahawks first down.
To throw is Daniels. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To the air goes Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Nowhere to turn here, he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. James Pierce with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
A 54-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And Stroud now to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
That's good for a Cardinals.
Stroud looking to throw. Through the middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Crew able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And out now come the Seahawks. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Seahawks.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And then that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Throwing now is Daniels. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down. So he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Touchdown! Khalil Shakir. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretary lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And the Cardinals going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. Again, it's Stroud. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here's Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982, and that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable because so many of them were 982 and counting.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? They're putting it all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you get ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to have the Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play action. Here's Stroud. He hits Adams. Good play. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That's another
Barkley inside handoff. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
first and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
18-yard line.
Now Stroud. And this will be caught by Mooney. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Coup for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Shifts by him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Then we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they they just need to go execute their game plan and keep moving.
51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And the Seahawks first down.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4. That O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside. They sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First down, Seattle.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Daniels. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So out now come the Cardinals. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Stroud. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
23 yards on the play.
First down, Seahawks.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed out and behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
A gain of 15. And the Seahawks first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. Oh, that's just not fair. And now run the line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Joe Mixon, 39 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
24.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Cardinals offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A handoff. Barkley running left. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stroud. The Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Jermaine Johnson, his 2nd sack of the night. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now Daniels. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Daniels. Pass throw right back to Joe Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So possession goes over here on the punt. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
The handoff to Barkley. Pushes past him. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
First down.
Definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Fancy footwork in midfield. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Stroud. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open book beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
In punt formation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
First down, Seattle.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First down, Seahawks.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a really nice gain of 25 yards.
Seahawks, first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Joe Mixon, incomplete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this this one all the way down inside the 20. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jaden Daniels with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Seahawks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And a nice play on the end of it, an 18-yard touchdown run. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. 2 yards, good enough for 1st. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
10 more yards.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that's complete to Adams. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you open here quick.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one. Is that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 40 yards. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Crew, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following a touchdown, here's Crew to kick off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. To throw is Daniels. And he'll go down at the 28.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Stroud. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Cardinals.
Here's Stroud. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 75. And the Cards have got it back to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Cardinals 38.
A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And a result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Inside handoff to Mixon. He is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and that should just about do it. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Seahawks, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.